Hey everybody, do you know what time it is? It is time for some more Let's Play Pokemon Colosseum. In the last part, we went down the stairway of hell and we beat all the trainers, and we killed 2 shadow Pokemon, hooray! And in this part, we have found Venus. Before that horrible boy can meddle some more, I'll link up with Ian at the shadow Pokemon lab. Egg! Oh, why did you have to chase me here? It's so unfair. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm very good at voice acting. Alright now. Stitch isn't good, I can't lead them to the lab. Alright, now they pull the most awesomest trick ever on us, but we're going to ignore them for now. We're gonna go get some items. Okay, nothing in there. Yeah, so they made these rooms purely for empty boxes, and it's pretty awesome. Alright, black glasses raises the attack power of dark type attacks. I would recommend giving it to a burp, but then giving it to Umbreon. Alright, alright, doesn't seem to be anything. Okay, for a second I thought that stoplight was an item for some reason. What not to do at a stoplight? Oh god. Yes, SpongeBob was on earlier today, so I believe no matter which entrance you go into here, they escape. So, you know what, let's just try going into the one that they went into. Just try chasing them. Okay, now watch, we'll leave. And in the 5 seconds we were in here, they magically ran over there. Yes. Oh, you are so easy to dupe. See, the key in the shadow... See, the key for the Shadow Liner is right here. God, I'm terrible at reading. You didn't think I would really let you take our train. Bleh. Bye-bye, and this time, I mean it. Don't you dare forget about me. Yeah, isn't it kind of funny that their definition of duping us is just kind of pulling a shenanigan, but... Now watch. Just watch this. You know the key we need? It's right here. She dropped it. I dropped the subway key. I dropped the left key. Alright. So, yeah, it's pretty obvious that Venus is an idiot. So, why don't we just put the key in here? Where'd it go? Alright, right here. Subway key. The train can't move in that. Of course it can't. So I guess this is the train they use to bring shadow Pokemon from here to the lab. Or maybe from the lab to here. So that they can distribute them in Colosseums. Alright, let's put the subway key in. And, okay, let's go. I'm on a train! Doo-doo. Actually, I remember a few parts ago, or no, wait, maybe I wasn't talking about, I don't know. Like, apparently in Japan, they have magnet trains that are held up completely by magnetism. I think that's amazing. Why can't America have cool stuff like that? Okay, so we're here in what seems to be the basement of the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Let's look around. There's always some items around these kind of places. Oh, well, except for that kind, but you know. Ginger, out of my way! Seriously? Do I seriously need to push you out of my way all the way over there? Wow, you were just an annoyance, aren't you? Alright, there we go. Oh, okay. Yo, how's it going? Just getting off shift? Huh? Wasn't Lady Venus supposed to be coming today? I've seen your faces somewhere. That's it, the blacklist. You're Sean and Ginger. How did you get down here? Arg, this won't do. We can't let these two get into the Shadow Pokemon Lab. And then run off. How nice. They're very slow at running, aren't they? And what the? Okay. Solve all your problems by blowing something up, you know. Go all... I don't know. There should be an item over here. There it is. The U-disc. Okay, so by using that, we can go, I guess, up in using the UFO in the under, which is kind of cool. But what's up with that explosion I completely forgot about? Let's see. Seriously? Haha, take that and weep. You'll never be able to chase us now. Wah. Whoa, don't you think that was overdoing things a little bit? Huh? It's too late now. Come on, let's skedaddle. You know, there's some words I just hate. Skedaddle is one of them. Now look at this. Their plan of blocking us off from the lab is this game followed logic that wouldn't work at all. Any human, no, any elephant could jump over there. And look at this. Even if you couldn't jump, there's like a pathway over here. See, look. But we just can't reach it because our character is an idiot. All right. Let's just get this. You know, look, there's so much derp in this episode. Now here's the main gate key. Do you want to know what this key is for? It is for the lab that they just blew something up over to make sure that we don't get into. That was a very well-structured sentence, but whatever. Okay, let's make our way back to the hub world. I guess we'll just go back to the under and then Ginger. God, Ginger's always in the way. Alright, just put the subway key in. And yeah, have you seen the comments on how I named my character Ginger? well, the second main character, whatever. Alright, so I guess I'll just meet you guys back at the hub world. And look, another example of derpage. You know how we couldn't use that elevator to get down here? Well, as soon as we get down here using the stairwell and fighting all those trainers, the elevator magically goes back up here. And now we're using it to get up. God, there's so much derp in this episode. Oh, hi. Alright, that was the worst segue ever, but, Alright, so now we can go to the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Well, we already had access here, but we couldn't really do anything here. But now that we have the key that we got after they blew up the basement, we can just put it in here. Main gate key, and it will show what you can do with the U-Disc later. Spoilers, you use it to get another time flute, so you can use that to purify any Pokemon you want in an instant. Once again, I recommend saving it for one of the legendary Pokemon that we'll be getting, or just any of the later Shadow Pokemon that are really hard to purify, of course. Alright, so is there another item around the perimeter here? I keep thinking that there's like a whole bunch of items around here, but I guess there... Okay, we already got that one on the outside of the perimeter. Alright, so as you can see, this lab looks very small on the outside, but then when you go in, it becomes very large for some reason, and of course that's locked. Alright, so let's go in here. Alright, oh look, another example of derpage. You know how this is locked? Right here? Right here, this is locked. Yep. So both of our doors leading into this whatchamacallit, this lab are lost. Or, they're locked, bleh. We can't use the U-Disc. See, both of our doors leading into this lab are locked. Wait, no, terrible sentence structuring. Well, if you look right over here, here's our shutter switch. Yep. Like I said, there's a lot of derp in this episode. All this trouble just to get into the Shadow Pokemon Lab, really. Like, first, they blew up the basement trying to hide the main gate key from us. Then we just get the main gate key anyway. Then we make our way into the actual lab, but we can't do anything because the door leading any further is locked. So they just put the switch to that door right next to it. Ugh. Cipher is even worse than Team Dim Sun. I just realized that Dim Sun sounds like dipshit. Alright. Sorry, younger audience. No, I kind of doubt that my audience is that young, but... Well, actually, I think there should be a rule. You should be at least 9 before going on the internet. I think that's a pretty good rule. And I apologize to any of my 6-year-old viewers. Actually, if you're that young, say so. That would actually interest me. Alright. This is discrimination. Why do they single me out for these extra assignments? There's still packing left to move out of this lab. Grumble. So we go do all this trouble to get into this lab, and they're moving out of it. Wah, who are you? You're suspicious, therefore, you must be intruders. Sorry about that long pause there. So this trainer is just going to have 2 Voltorbs. If you have a ground-type move, or a ground-type Pokemon, this will be really easy. And I hope I still don't have Mantine out. Okay, good, I don't, because Mantine would just drop dead to these guys, because they know Electro-type attacks. Alright, so I guess I should start explaining, like, what we're actually doing here. The Shadow Pokemon Lab is actually a really long dungeon that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a lot of trainers, like 13 or so. So let's see, we'll just use Triple Kick and Psybeam. So among those 14 trainers, there are actually 7 Shadow Pokemon, so... You know, why do people keep dropping things? Let me guess, it's a key, isn't it? Yep! I dropped the card key! Oh, that's the card key. Now we can get into the lab. Yeah, I was just about to complain about how much derp there was in this episode, and then that happens. So if you come down here, you get 3 elixirs. Okay, that restores PP. That restores power points for your Pokemon's moves. It's pretty helpful, actually. I remember in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, those are extremely crucial for like the really long dungeons because, I don't know, Explorers of Time, or Explorers of Darkness I played, is actually a really good game. I think it's very underrated. And the story is actually really good. Like, I don't know, the story is what I really like about it. Like, that's one reason why I keep playing it, because the story is really captivating to me. Alright, so let's put in the card key. And, yeah, so if you wanted to go get Time of Dark, or Explorers of Darkness, I would look into Explorers of Sky, because it's the same thing, except there's more to do, so, you know. Yeah. If you don't have it already, or if you don't know what it is, I would recommend looking it up, because it is a pretty cool Pokemon game. Alright, so let's see. We have 3 ways to go here. Let's try going down here. And I'll... Okay, not a locked door. Shh, nothing of interest in here, except for an elevator. Oh, oh hey, intruder alert! You'll notice that Cipher only seems to entrust their Shadow Pokemon into Cipher peons, or Cipher persons, I guess. And this person's Shadow Pokemon is an Apom. I never liked Apom at all, and its evolved form just made me like it worse because Ambipom just looks stupid with its 2 tails. Ugh. I'm not sure what the whole red finger thing means in Japan, but I'm sure it's more significant than it is in America. you can tell just by looking at it that Apom isn't a very good Pokemon. Yeah, not really a big surprise. Has terrible stats, terrible moves, terrible smile. No. And then his abilities are pretty useless. In this game, I think both of his abilities are actually completely useless. They don't even go into effect because if you run away, you're always in trainer battles. So yeah, if you fail to get Apom, which, just like Ledian, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, you have infinite chances to get him later from the same trainer. I'm not quite sure how that works. Hopefully I'll be able to go in more detail about that later. I actually remember reading a really funny article on IGN about Pokemon that look really suggestive, and I remember Castform was one of them. Because of its, well, I'll leave you to figure that out. Yeah. So, in my playthroughs, I always seem to kill this Apom. Not quite sure what. Well, probably because Apom sucks. That's probably why. Kill a Pokeball! Yeah. I'm such a nerd. Okay, this should work, because Apom really isn't that hard of a Pokemon to capture, really. Come on, 1, 2... What? Take 2. Okay, got a Pokeball! Yeah. Alright, let's see. Sorry, but look at Apom's expression, just like in its little bio at the top right. Alright, good, we caught it. Okay, and the thing with Cipher peons is that as soon as you beat them, they just kind of disappear. Maybe it's because the designers were too lazy to give them any, like, excuse me, but yeah, maybe they're just too lazy to give them anything to say after they lose, I don't know. Or maybe they're just ninjas, and as soon as they lose, they just kind of poof in the smoke and go away. Alright, so down here we have some kind of lab. No, a lab in the Shadow Pokemon lab? Who would have thunk it? Alright, what's here? A DNA sample. Alright, so there are, I think, 6 DNA samples, kind of, what do you call it? Scattered, hidden throughout the lab. God, I can't speak. Yeah, there are 6 DNA samples scattered throughout the lab, and you need at least 3 of them. But the thing is that you don't really need them. Like, you use them to unlock a code, but for that code, you could just guess. It's actually not that hard at all. So this trainer's gonna have a Magnemite, an Electrode, and a Magneton. I'm just gonna cut it out. What? What? You know what? At least Hitmontop didn't die, I suppose. Yeah, in case you didn't know, that's self-destruct. The user uses a really powerful move, but in the process, it kills itself. Oh, and Hitmontop's learning Detect. That's actually really helpful. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of Focus Energy, because that's terrible. Yeah, let's get rid of Focus Energy. Alright, so I'm gonna end the episode off here. Next time, we are going to venture further into this lab. We'll find some more DNA samples and all that crepe. I'll see you guys then. A question of the day. I wish I didn't think of these, like, at the very end, just, like, off the top of my head. Let's see. Who is your favorite pseudo-legendary? So, like, Tyranitar, Garchomp, Metagross, Salamence, Dragonite, and I think that's all of them. Oh, and, what's the other one? Hydreigon.